Lucy is playing her guitar on the balcony of her new apartment. I like it here, she thinks. Then her phone rings. It's her friend Nicki. I'm coming now, Lucy. It's Grandview Apartments, Charlton, isn't it? That's right. See you soon. Lucy takes her guitar and goes out of her apartment. She goes down in the elevator and goes outside. Lucy is waiting outside the apartment building. A young man is walking along the street. He is carrying a bunch of white roses. Lucy looks at them. What beautiful roses, she thinks. Then she looks at the young man. He's nice too, she thinks. The young man looks at her and smiles, and suddenly Lucy's face is pink. Peter is walking along the street when he sees a young woman with a guitar. A guitar, he thinks. I must play my guitar more often. Then he looks at the young woman. She's nice, he thinks, and he smiles at her. Lucy's face is pink, and she looks away. Peter goes into Grandview Apartments. Just then, Nicki arrives in her car. Hello, Lucy, she says. Are you okay? Your face is a bit pink. What's the matter? Oh, nothing, says Lucy. They drive away. Nicki talks to Lucy, but Lucy is thinking about the young man. Who is he? She thinks. Does he live in the building? Who are the roses for? His wife? His girlfriend? His mother? Lucy, are you listening? Says Nicki. Oh, sorry, Nicki, says Lucy. Her face is red now. What are you thinking about? Says Nicki. Tell me. Well, I'm thinking about a bunch of roses, says Lucy. And a man. Uh-huh. Who is he? Says Nicki. I don't know, says Lucy. But I want to know, she thinks. Peter arrives at his grand's apartment. Hello, dear, she says. Oh, you are a good boy. You always bring me roses. Of course, says Peter. Gran makes Peter some coffee. She asks him a question, but Peter does not answer. Peter, are you listening? You're thinking about something, aren't you? What is it? Oh, sorry, Gran. It's not important. Later, Peter says goodbye to his Gran. Then he gets into his car and drives away. In the car, he thinks about the young woman with the guitar. Where does she live? He thinks. Does she live in one of the apartments? Or has she got a friend there? How can I meet her? Who is she? 5 minutes later, Lucy and Nicki arrive outside the apartment building. Good night, Nicki, says Lucy. Quick, go inside, says Nicki. Just think, you walk out of the elevator and there is a young man with a bunch of roses. And he says, Oh, be quiet, laughs Lucy. See you tomorrow. A week later, Peter is visiting his Gran again. It's a lovely day, Peter, she says. Let's have our coffee on the balcony. Peter and his Gran are sitting on the balcony in the sun, when suddenly Peter hears a guitar. Listen, he says. That's a guitar. Where's it coming from? He stands up and looks around, but he cannot see the guitar. Excuse me, Gran, he says. Back soon. and he runs out of the apartment. Peter runs along the corridor. Where's the guitar? And who is playing it? He stops outside an apartment and listens. Nothing. Perhaps it's outside, he thinks. Perhaps she's on her balcony. So he goes down in the elevator and goes outside. Upstairs, Lucy takes her guitar and goes inside. She closes the door to the balcony. That's it for today, she thinks. Peter looks at all the balconies, but he cannot see or hear a guitar. He goes back to his Gran's apartment. Are you all right, dear? She says. Yes, thanks, Gran, says Peter. It's just, it's not important. Well, it is important, but... And Peter tells Gran about the girl with the guitar. A week later, Lucy is coming home. She can see a young man near the apartment building, and he is carrying a bunch of roses, pink roses today. But he is not looking, and he does not see her. Lucy walks more quickly. But when she gets to the building, there is nobody there. She gets into the elevator. There is nobody in the elevator, but she can smell roses, beautiful pink roses. One day, Lucy comes home and finds Gran at the door of the building with a lot of bags. Oh, can I help you? She says. Can I carry something? Thank you very much, says Gran. At the apartment, Gran says, Come in, dear. Would you like some coffee? Oh, that's very nice of you, says Lucy. I'm new here, and I don't know anybody in the building. What do you do? Asks Gran. I'm a music student, says Lucy. Gran brings some coffee into the room. These are lovely apartments, aren't they? Says Lucy. Oh, yes, says Gran. I like it here very much. She tells Lucy about her apartment and about Charlton. Later, Lucy gets up. I must go now, she says. Thank you for the coffee. Goodbye, dear, says Gran, and Lucy goes out. What a nice girl, Gran thinks. But just a minute. A music student. Perhaps she's the girl with the guitar. Elle can ask her over one day when Peter comes. No, I can't. Elle don't know the number of her apartment. Later that week, Nicki talks to Lucy. I'm having a party on Saturday, she says. Can you come? Yes, of course, says Lucy. Your parties are always wonderful. Nicki calls her brother. Come to my party on Saturday, James, she says, and bring some friends. On Saturday, James and his friends arrive at Nicki's house. Hi, Nicki, says James. Meet my friends. This is Tom and Daniel and Peter. Just then, Nicki's phone rings. I'm sorry, Nicki, says Lucy. I can't come to your party because I'm not feeling well. Oh, Lucy, I'm sorry too, says Nicki. Well, stay in bed and get better soon. Nicki's party is wonderful. Peter meets Natalie, and Jane, and Katie. But he does not meet Lucy. After some days, Peter visits his Gran again, but he does not see Lucy. He walks along the corridor, but he does not hear a guitar. Where is she? He thinks. Lucy visits her family for a week, then she comes back to her apartment. She looks for Peter, but she does not see him. There are lots of men, says Nicki, but Lucy cannot forget Peter. Then Gran goes to hospital for 2 weeks. One day, Peter visits her there. How are you today, Gran? He asks. Very well, thank you, dear. I'm going home on Friday. That's good, says Peter. Perhaps I can get some things for you on Thursday and take them to the apartment. That's very nice of you, Peter, says Gran. After work on Thursday, Peter goes to the shops and gets some things for Gran. He gets some roses, too, and he puts everything in his car. Suddenly it begins to rain. Peter is getting into his car when he sees his friend Tom. Where are you going, Tom? Says Peter. Home, to Eastfield. I'm going to my Gran's apartment in Charlton so I can take you to Eastfield first. Can you take my friend Lucy too? She's going to Charlton. Yes, of course, says Peter. Tom and Lucy get into Peter's car. Thanks, Peter, says Tom. It's not a very nice night. That's all right, Tom, says Peter. He drives Tom home, and then he says to Lucy, Where are you going, Lucy? I'm going to Grandview Apartments. It's on Park Road. That's funny, says Peter. I'm going to Grandview Apartments. Is it her? He thinks. The girl with the guitar? He looks in the mirror, but he can't see her face very well. Can I smell roses? Thinks Lucy. Is it him? The man with the roses? Then they are outside the apartment building. They get out of the car, and then they begin to talk at the same time. Oh, it's you. You play the guitar. And you come here with roses. Yes, I always bring roses to my Gran. His Gran, thinks Lucy. Not his wife, not his girlfriend. She's coming home from hospital tomorrow, so I'm taking some things to her apartment, says Peter. Would you like some help? Says Lucy. Yes, please, says Peter. They go up to Gran's apartment. Peter puts things away, and Lucy puts the roses in a vase. There, aren't they lovely? She says. I like roses. They smell wonderful. Thank you for your help, Lucy, says Peter. That's all right, Lucy says. Look, would you like to come up to my apartment for coffee? I'd very much like to, says Peter. He smiles, and she smiles. They go upstairs. On Friday, Gran comes home. Peter goes to see her. He is carrying a bunch of red roses. That's a big smile, Peter, says Gran. Red roses. Don't they say red roses for love? Well, Gran, says Peter. 10 minutes later, Peter comes out of Gran's apartment and goes upstairs. He's carrying a bunch of red roses. Gran goes out onto the balcony and sits down in the sun. She can hear a guitar. Then it stops. Gran hears Peter's voice and Lucy's voice. Then Lucy laughs. Gran smiles. She can smell roses, beautiful red roses, in the sun outside on a balcony.